Hey everybody, tonight we're gonna smoke some Tomahawk pork chops on my RecTec 590. Let's get it started. I'm gonna go over here. Another hot summer night in Austin, Texas. Let's get going. Tico's very excited. When the smoker gets going, he gets very excited. Here are the pork chops. We have 5 nice big Tomahawk pork chops. Evidently they Tomahawk cut everything nowadays. Just a good way to charge you an extra $3 or $4 a piece. These are gonna be good. All we're gonna do is put a little olive oil on them, a little bit of Salt Lick barbecue garlic dry rub, and then I'm gonna throw them on. We have it on the low setting right now, about 180. Throw them on there for about 30-40 minutes till the internal temperature gets about 130 degrees, and then we are going to crank it up and reverse sear them. Let's get going. Just gonna start with a little bit of olive oil. Not a lot, just enough to kind of get the dry rub to stick good. Flip them over. We'll put the dry rub on first. This rub, again, the Salt Lick barbecue dry rub. This has a lot of salt in it, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. Just kind of pat it down a little bit, flip them over, do the exact same thing. Get a little olive oil, rub that around. All right, a little dry rub. There we go, pat those down. Now we're gonna go put them on the smoker. As I mentioned, we have this on low smoke. This is about 180 degrees. We're gonna keep them on here for about 30-40 minutes, give or take. I'm gonna put both meat probes into the 2 thicker ones to gauge when they get about 130 degrees. That's when I'm gonna take them off, and we're gonna crank the heat up. This down in the middle. Okay, they've been on the smoker for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees or the high smoke, low heat setting. I'm gonna spray a little bit of apple cider vinegar spritzer on them just to kind of keep them moist. There we go, that was it. Gonna let them go about another 10-15 minutes till the internal temperature gets about 130. They're about 120 degrees internal temperature. A few more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz it one more time before I take them off. Looking good. When it hits 130, I'm gonna take them off, stick them up here in foil, crank the heat up to 500 to the highest heat, and then we're gonna reverse sear them. Okay, the internal temperature hit 130, so now I'm going to make sure I have enough slack in the cord. I'm going to take these out, I'm going to set them on the foil, wrap them up, crank the heat up to 500. Once it gets hot, up to the highest heat, then I'm going to sear them 3 or 4 minutes on each side till the internal temperature hits about 140, 145. Now I'm gonna wrap those up. I'm gonna crank this all the way up. Wrap these up, just kind of help maintain the heat and keep flies off. Another thing I like about the RecTec, having this shelf here on top of the hopper really helps. Okay, once it gets up to 500, we'll go ahead and throw them back on. We'll throw them on the grill grates, as you saw. See the grill grates right there. Throw those on there and get a good sear on both sides. It's almost up to 500 degrees. Here in just a couple more minutes, I'm gonna open this up, put them on the sear racks, and sear them to 3 or 4 minutes until the internal temperature hits about 140, 145. It's at 500 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and throw them back on and sear them for a couple minutes each side. I'm gonna put my gloves on just so I don't burn my hands. Now it's getting super hot. There's the ones with the probe out kind of in the middle. Sizzling. Really good. They look good. Okay, got it up to 500. Put the chops back on the sear grates. Gonna sear them a little bit for 3 to 4 minutes. Close this back up. It's been about 3.5 minutes. I'm gonna open them up. Get my glove. Make sure I get my gloves back on. I'm gonna probably readjust the probes because they're kind of getting, one's higher than the other, so I'm gonna try to get them back even in. I'm gonna spritz them one more time before I flip them. Look at that, looking good. Time to take them off, get my gloves back on. Take the probes out, set those down there for now. Great. Ooh, those are hot. Those look good. Looking good. They turned out pretty well. I'm excited to eat these. I will post the recipe below. So if you have any questions, go ahead and check that out. All in all, the Tomahawk pork chops turned out great. It took a little longer than I originally thought. I thought it was gonna be 30, 40 minutes at the low heat, high smoke. But I think since they were such big cuts, they're about that thick, that it took almost an hour at 180 degrees or the low heat, high smoke setting. So it took about an hour. Then I cranked this up to 500. Got the sear plates, the grill grates super hot. Got the grill grates super hot. And then I seared them for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until they got nice and crisp on the outside. Thanks again for watching. If you like this, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you.